a story of how connecting with your artistic purpose improves every area of your artistic life. How you create, practice, perform, teach, make a living, and how it also helps your body feel better, move better, helps your emotions be more free, and helps your soul feel the juice and the magic. So today I'm going to be sharing a story from a lesson that I taught, an Alexander Technique lesson that I taught, where I helped a student reconnect with her artistic purpose and the amazing benefits that happened from that. And then I'm going to share with you a guided little exercise where you can start to connect with your own artistic purpose and experience some of those same benefits that my student did. So my name is Joseph Arnold. I'm a violinist, Alexander Technique teacher, and director of the Soulforce Arts Institute. And if you want to learn more about Soulforce Arts and artistic purpose and how to move and create more freely and make art that matters, then you might want to subscribe to this channel, like this video, so you can get more and more of this content. And I'll have more of my shameless promotion at the end, letting you know about some exciting things coming up in the Soulforce Arts Institute. Okay, so I had this student a while ago. She came to me. She was an opera singer. I'll call her Cynthia. And she was quite gifted, and she came to me for help with breath support. She had been singing in her local church services, and she really enjoyed doing this, but she would feel like she was running out of breath in certain pieces, and her ribs and back would get kind of tight and uncomfortable, and when she was up on stage or up in the front of everybody, she would get really nervous as well. And so this is obviously not the ideal way she wanted to feel when performing. And so we talked about what was happening. I had her sing one of these pieces, and she's great. So she sang it very well and all that. But she again said that she felt like she was running out of air. So it started with the typical Alexander Technique kind of approach. I used my hands to help guide her into a state of freedom, because that's an Alexander Technique teacher. That's what we do. We have a very special way of using our hands to sort of gently yet unmistakably suggest a state of bodily, muscular freedom, fluidity. And so she sang again, this time with the hands on, and she got freer. And she said that she felt like she had more breath, and her sound improved a little bit. But I could tell that there was more that was possible, more freedom, more juice, a more emotional connection. And so, knowing about the mind-body connection, I asked her, well, what are you thinking about when you're singing? What are you paying attention to? And she thought about that for a moment and replied, well, I'm really focused on trying to get my breath technique right. And she spoke a little bit about her larynx and her diaphragm and her ribs. And I shared that, okay, that's fine. It's fine to focus on your technique, but there's a hidden danger in doing so, because sometimes focusing too much on your technique creates so much muscular tension that it actually interferes with the technique. And so what I want you to do instead, this is what I told her, what I want you to do instead is to remember why it is that you actually sing. Because I bet you didn't get into singing. I bet the reason you still love singing for people isn't to show that you can get the techniques right, that you can get the notes right. I bet there's something more. And so she thought about that for a moment, and she said, yeah, when I'm up on stage, when I'm singing for people, I love helping them connect with spirit through my music, and improving their lives, enlivening, helping the audience leave the performance feeling enlivened, right? So I thought, that's really beautiful. That's a beautiful purpose to have. And so I said, well, why don't you sing the same thing, only this time thinking about this purpose, or paying attention to your purpose? Because the best way to help enliven your audience, is the best way to help them connect with spirit, is to connect with that in yourself as you sing. So she did this. She paid attention to her artistic purpose, and the results were astonishing. It's like all the magic came back. Her body let go. I could tell she was much more relaxed. Like her ribs were moving really freely, and her sound was this haunting, so beautiful. And she said afterwards that she enjoyed singing so much more. It felt so much better. She had plenty of air. And she was really much more connected with her heart and soul as she sang. And I got shivers hearing her sing in this way, right? So basically everything that a person could care about in the creative act improved. Physical, mental, emotional, soul level, the creative level, just by remembering what she was about, remembering her real purpose. So yeah, I hope you can take in what happened here in that lesson. And this isn't an isolated experience, even with my young students, my young violin students, I'll ask them sometimes, well, like, what do you love about violin? What do you love about music? And oftentimes, even with them, even the young ones, they can sort of connect with something bigger than just getting the notes right. And that makes it so much more fun for them, so much more enjoyable. And their music just gets a whole lot better. So it's better for everybody involved. So the way that you can start doing this is really just to get curious. So maybe you think about some times when you felt really connected to the joy and the love that brought you to the arts in the first place. What are some of the really great experiences that you've had where you felt really alive, inspired, you felt a moment of healing or a moment of connection with others through the arts? I'll say that your purpose is not actually something you can put into words, or at least words will never capture the totality of your purpose, because your purpose is part of the essence of who you are. It is not a set of words. It is who you are, the transformation that you were born to enact through your creative life. That's what your purpose is. So that being said, it's really helpful to put it into words. So maybe you can do that. What is that transformation that you were born to enact through your creativity? If you're not sure, you can talk about this with a friend. You can meditate on it. Just keeping this question in mind for long enough, you'll get an answer. You can also look to the kinds of art that really bring you alive, that have really stuck with you, that have really changed your life. What was that change that these works of art did to you? How did it change you? I bet that same thing is what you love bringing about for others. I'll just give you one more example just from my own life. So my purpose, and I've done a lot of thinking about this, a lot of exploration, my purpose and the purpose of Soulforce Arts is to help people reconnect with the magic, help artists reconnect with the magic of creativity in such a way that it helps them deal with being in the machine that comprises our society, so that they can face the machine without succumbing to it. So that we can, and this is what Soulforce really means. It's facing life's challenges from a place of wholeness, aliveness, and connection. And whenever I'm doing that, whenever I'm helping people face their real life challenges from that place of wholeness, aliveness, and connection, I feel amazing. Like I've really come alive. And I just love doing this. So those are some of the clues that you can look for when trying to discover your own purpose. What really makes you come alive? What are people asking you for? What do you love doing no matter where you go? Okay, that's enough for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. And if so, yeah, please like and subscribe to this channel. If you want blog posts on these same topics, you can go to my website, soulforcearts.com. If you want to connect with other artists who are curious about these topics and who really want to transform their own creative life and help shape our society for the better through the arts, who want to make art that matters, then you might want to consider joining my new online community, which will be coming out very soon. I'm making this in January 2024, and hopefully by early February I'll have it up and running. So this is going to be a really special place, soulforceartscommunity.org. Yeah, so you'll see all the info there. And oh yeah, and my book is coming out soon. I'm writing a whole book about all these topics. And you can learn more about my book, which will be officially out in mid-August, though you'll be able to buy or pre-order it pretty soon. Again, maybe in February. Okay, enough of all that. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.